All right, let's try this again. It's your man. If you just saw me, I was just streaming just a few minutes ago. For some reason, the server just would not act right. It wouldn't act right, and I couldn't even get online for some reason. So we're gonna try this again. So hopefully, let me share this out again. It's crazy, crazy. Let me get myself a sound check too. All right, here we go. Yeah. All right. So we looks like we're good now. Looks like we're good. All right. So uh second try. Yeah, this looks better. Um it's just crazy. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. So, yeah, I got my backline tech support helping me out offline. But we're gonna get this thing going. We will not be stopped. We are back. Sound check is in. Everybody's good. Appreciate you guys hanging in there. Okay. So tell me right now what I did. Well, you don't know what I did. We just need to kick this stream off. We need to get this thing rolling because I'm pretty excited. Let me get my thing here. So, part four, folks. Part four. I had to come to my desk for some reason to do the stream. Couldn't sit over there. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna kick this thing off. I got something special for you, and I want to show you. And I want to bring this person on. Yes, I've returned. Looking at your comments, I've been having a lot of problems with what is it, Restream. Like I want to show you guys the chat and everything, and it won't overlay like all these little errors right here. I don't know what's going on with it, but it just won't act right. So I won't even bore you with that. I will just get this stream going. So I have a series. Shout out to Grandma Love. She said you must replace the rabbit ears. Yes, I've completely replaced the rabbit ears, and yeah, some of you guys don't know what the rabbit ears are. Some of you guys might, but I have completely replaced the rabbit ears, and we're going to kick this thing off. So without further ado, I want to bring on my next guest in part four of this series that I have with how to start a YouTube channel in 2021. Now, this person is long before 2021 has been creating like crazy. This person is probably well known amongst a lot of people. But I should see you guys coming in. I appreciate you guys coming. Looking at the chat, I got the chat downloaded here. So I want to share something with you. I'm getting excited. I hope you're excited. So I want to share something with you to introduce this person, and then I will bring them on right now. I can see the person's backstage, like boom, boom. Come on, Jay, let's get. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I love to build anticipation. But first, before I bring the person on, does anybody know who they think it is? This person's been on YouTube for probably a couple of years, I think. Probably a couple of years. So they're within a window to where you probably saw them before and you love them. I'm telling you, when I tell you, this person, while they're not a new creator, they're going to be able to give new creators a lot of advice, and it's going to be sound advice. Sound advice. So, is it Gadget Goddess? No, no, it's not Gadget Goddess, man. It's not Gigi. But I appreciate that. Is it Savage? No, it's not Savage. It's not Savage. I don't think you'll be able to guess who this is for real. What's going on, Barry? Oh, you guys, I see you. I see y'all in the chat. I appreciate it. Is it Will H? No. Shout out to Versatile. I see you here. I'll take you out of your misery and just go ahead. Let me see if I can share my screen here because I got something for you here. Mm, mm, mm. Let's share this one right here. YouTube, I'm Sharice. What's up, YouTube? I'm Sharice. Okay, let me get this going for you. Let's share this right now. YouTube, I'm Sharice. What's up, YouTube? I'm Sharice. What's up, folks? I am back, and here is my very special man. This was a long look. This is one of the hardest streams. I'm telling you, this woman has more patience than I could. We've been at this for an hour before we even. It's almost an hour, and we haven't even gotten started yet. She got mad patience, but she is one of the best creators that has ever made a mark on YouTube when it comes to the tech stuff. Everybody, please give it up. It's a lot of pressure. I know it is.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, but Sharice Nicole, folks. Sharice Nicole, give it up. Finally. Finally. She's like, oh man, finally. This like what, been 45 minutes, almost an hour before I can even get this thing going. Oh my gosh.
Well, I've been gone from YouTube for like 2 years, so there's nothing compared to that.
Right. Yep. Yes. So a long time coming. She is going to definitely, as people in there saying, ooh, and other people saying she's married. Golly, they're going in already in the comments.
She's Louise.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So, wow. Okay, yeah, she's beautiful. Okay, yeah, she's married. You gotta. All right. So people like, nice to meet you. Okay, so some of you guys might remember her. It's so funny. Some of you guys might remember her from a different channel called The Tech Couple. So she has started a new channel, Sharice Nicole. I will link that after this premieres, or after this video was up and going. I'll probably copy it and put it in here. Yes, it has been a minute, LaShawn. She has, it's
a long while.
Like 2 years, man. But let me tell you something. I'm sure she hasn't lost those skills of editing. And yes, she's still pro Mac. She's still pro Apple. That's probably not going to change anytime.
Never going to change.
That's probably never going to change. But I think I wanted her on because I know that she can give some insight to new creators. And like the previous streams, man. And real quick before we get going here, I appreciate you guys hanging with me for this serious technical issues that were way beyond I don't know what was going on. Obviously, I don't have a poor connection, but I think Restream, I'll have to switch that up later on. But we're here, and I think she hasn't been in the realm for probably 2 years or so. That's a long time, but it just doesn't seem. It seems like it was like 10 minutes ago. It's so strange. Does it feel like that?
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's been 2 years?
Honestly, no, it doesn't. We had taken a little break from making videos, and then we jumped back into it, and then kind of life circumstances happened. I won't get into those, but yeah, it's been a while, but it feels like a blink of an eye ago, honestly. When I said 2 years, I'm like, holy crap, it's really, it's been about 2 years.
That is amazing. It's been 2 years. And we're all 2 years older too, so yeah, I know, right?
We don't have to talk about that.
I know, right? Yeah, because your shorties is getting big now. So, So, I labeled part 4. How did you do that for a reason? Because you probably don't remember, but I used to tell you, man, your editing skills is off the charts, man. So much has changed though since we spoke. Because I'm now Team Sony. Remember, I used to be Team Canon. Team Sony now. Got me a Sony. Got my.
It's a better team.
Yes, it is. I have to admit. I'm definitely Team Sony. I know you still use Sony, right? You use Sony?
I have an A7 III.
A7 III. She's on it. So I think for a new creator coming on, they might see you and say, okay, well, man, she's an advanced user. I say you're an advanced user because of you jumped in. I can't say you jumped in. I just remember watching you, and then I was like, man, the editing skills off the chart. Like all y'all videos were just flawless.
Well, thank you.
No, straight out, they were flawless, man. The editing skills off the charts. I still don't edit like that. But how is it? And again, I labeled this. How did you do that for that reason, specifically with you on the stream? Because back then, when you were putting out videos, man, it was clean cut. For a new creator starting up, how do they do that?
YouTube University. Watch videos of how other people are making videos and just learn. When Corey and I first started on YouTube, we were Team Canon initially as well. Um, but we
Mhm.
also do photography and videography on the side. So we weren't completely brand new to content creation or to editing. So I guess that helped give us a little leg up when we're both perfectionists. So we wanted to make sure that when we were coming in and getting started, that we were representing ourselves to the best of our ability. And we both just sat and studied other people's YouTube channels. We saw what we liked, what did we think we could improve on, what did we want to kind of mimic. I have a book called Steal Like an Artist, and
I've never
that's,
seen it
I
before.
mean, yeah, but
Wow.
it's telling you how to, properly incorporate things that you like from other people into your own style and make it your own. And we
Wow.
kind of took some time to do that. We looked at what other people were doing, what you were doing, what, other big names in tech were doing, and just determined, what? We like that. We want this style, we want this lighting, we want these things. So we just studied.
Speaking of styles, because that leads right into the next thing. Your style is a because some content creators are afraid to get in front of the camera. This is a known thing. Some content creators,
Yeah.
when they first start off, they are afraid to get in front of the camera. Period. I wasn't afraid, but I didn't get in front of the camera for at least 2 to 4 years. And people started to say, "Look, man, we know what your hands look like, son. We know what your voice sounds like. You don't have to show us your face." And I'm like, I don't want to get in front of it. What you want to see me for? But that right there,
Right.
yeah, your style of doing reviews. This Sharice does like the multi-camera angles and stuff, and I was like, I don't know if I have the patience for that. But speaking of styles, what made you, if in response to a new creator just coming to you saying, "Hey, Sharice, like I'm afraid to get in front of the camera. Like, word, I just can't do it. I don't know. I know I'm going to have to, but for example, Will H Tech Reviews, he's got like 9,000 subs, and he's always shown just his
Awesome.
hands for all this time. He's just now getting in
Mhm.
front of the camera, like 2 videos ago. How do you tell a new creator what would you tell them to help them be comfortable in front of the camera? Because when you guys hit, you just hit right out, boom, front of the camera was just there.
That's a good question. I am naturally extremely introverted. I feel weird. I'm one of those people that if I accidentally hear my voice on something, I'm like cringe. Oh my God, I'm just gonna vomit and just disappear. Like that's me. I don't like being in front of the camera too much either, believe it or not.
Wow.
But you just kind of have to do it. It's one of those things that sorry, my computer just went into like night mode, so I got
Oh
really
yeah,
dark.
no, you good. You good. I can still see you. You
But
good.
it's just one of those things that you just have to try. You have to keep practicing. You have to. If you're not comfortable in front of the camera, you're never going to be comfortable in front of the camera if you never do it.
Yeah.
So make some videos for yourself. I mean, one of the things that we did, and that I've done even since then, is just I'll make something, I'll watch it, I'll show it to just a couple of people that I trust, just a
Mm.
close little circle, get their feedback. That way I know, okay, what can I improve on before I put it out to the masses? And then, YouTube's gonna be way harsher than a
I
couple of
never thought
people that
about
actually care about you.
that's actually good
So
advice that you just gave. Shoot some content and show it to people privately. Show it to like 10 people or 5 people. I never thought about doing that. Honestly, all the years I've been doing YouTube, I just threw it out there. I didn't think about doing that. I didn't think about showing it to someone to help me get comfortable. Like that's real talk. I've never shown any of my footage really to like 4 or 5 people first before I posted it. I
yeah.
just never did it. I didn't think about that. But I'm
Well,
comfortable
that's
with the camera. I'm cool with it. I don't. Yeah.
it still makes me feel weird like this after all
Yeah.
these years. Like
Yeah. I bet it
I
does.
mean, it feels natural, but it still feels weird. Everybody has their things that they feel a little insecure about, a little unsure about, so when you're in front of the camera, just be natural. Don't think about all that stuff. Just be yourself. The more nervous that you are, the more scripted that you are, it's just going to
Mhm.
come across really weird. Just be you. And the people who like you are going to stay on your channel. You don't want to try to fake it and pretend for
Yeah.
other people. You want to be able to be yourself, your authentic self. So just do that.
So, guys, post questions for Sharice and myself, or just post questions for her. So, because again, she's kind of an advanced. She's way more advanced, and I'm not trying to toot her horn. She really go look at some of her footage from before. She's got a new channel, by the way, and I will post that down there. So make sure you guys subscribe to her brand new. She's starting from scratch. She's gonna put out some content. Her videos are always good. She's pro Apple, but I've seen her review like Samsung Galaxy. So
Why
this
is it
kind
pro
of
Apple but?
yeah. I mean, but she's reviewed other things before in the past. Just know she's pro Apple. So I mean, Apple everything. So I mean, but
That is
yeah, I
true.
want post your questions down below like we've done in all the other series episodes. So post your questions. I see a comment here from Michael Peppertech. He says, "I'd rather be behind the camera. It's quite common for someone who started out in photography." What do you say to that?
That's me. I
Yeah.
started out in photography. I'm a freelance photographer. So that's literally, I have my camera and all of my equipment because I started out in photography, and I'm exactly the same way. I prefer to be behind the scenes. When people turn the camera around on me, I immediately am like, what do I do with my hands? Like that's me. But you kind of just have to have that moment and then just do it. You know what you're here to do. Just do it. Someone earlier asked how many kids I have. I have two.
I
I saw
didn't
that
see
question
it.
go by.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad you
I have
caught
two
that.
little boys.
Two boys. They're getting big though. They're getting big.
They're huge. It's
Yeah, I remember when
aggressive.
they were a
No
lot
one
smaller
told them
in the
to.
other videos and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, I also remember when they were
Yeah,
smaller. I
I'm
don't
sure you
understand what's
do.
happening.
All right, so post your questions. I got a question here from Tech File. Tech File, shout out for the support. I appreciate the love. I think changing the server helped me out. So she says, what type of videos is Sharice making now? You can tell them what you're going to start doing. Right now, she doesn't have, I don't think you have much on there, right? She's cleaning it up. She's starting fresh.
Yes. So I remember you from years ago, Tech Fowler as well. So hey girl. But it will still be very consistent with the types of things I was doing before: video games, tech. As Jay Will has pointed out multiple times, I am an Apple fan, so it will be a lot of Apple specific content, but not exclusively. And yeah, just kind of anything that I find myself interested in, but mainly video games and tech.
And that's what I was going to say, folks. She's a freaking gamer. Oh my gosh. You never would look, I wouldn't think it. I would not think that at all, man. I would not think that she was a gamer.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, what does a gamer look like? Like there's that one girl, what's her name? Sniper, not Sniper, something, Sniper Wolf. She's a gamer too. I mean, all these different women are in gaming, and that is going to lead to my next thing: women in tech. Okay. Women in tech. There's female tech reviewers, and there's very few. There's very few and far between. What do you say to the female tech reviewers that are really wanting to get started? Because I kind of spoke about this on part 3, I believe, where basically I said that we do need more women in tech, but the women in tech, sometimes you see them, they're using what they got to get what they want. You know what I mean? Like they're not actually focusing on tech. They're putting themselves out there to draw you in, and they're not really good at their job. What do you say to those females out there that are wanting to get involved with tech, and they really do have the skills like you and Gigi and Tech Fowler? Tech Fowler is a nerd in a good way. She's straight up gets it in with the tutorials. What do you say to those women? There's very few of you out there who actually are good at tech. What do you say to those women out there, those new creators that say, man, I want to be just like you? Or how did you do this?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Honestly, I think that there's that same fear, like of being in front of the camera, of being judged, of, I've been playing video games for way longer than I've been involved in the YouTube community, for example. And I've heard it all. I've heard the sexist comments. I've heard the racist comments. I've heard everything under the sun. And there's this fear inside, I think, when you're putting yourself out there, that you're going to get that negative commentary, you're going to get the sexism, you're going to get, whatever that negative feedback is. And I think that you just kind of have to figure out why you want to be pursuing whatever it is, whether it's your YouTube channel or photography or whatever that thing is. Understanding why you want to do it will help you persevere and push through whatever challenges and obstacles you encounter. So if it's starting a YouTube channel, after there's all these other people who are super established, like yourself, with over 100,000 subs, or other people who have millions of subs, your voice is still relevant. Your voice still matters. Your opinion still matters. I go and I look on YouTube for other women who are reviewing things. We have smaller hands than men. So how does this thing feel in my hand?
I never thought about that.
Will it fit in my purse? Different cases. There's all kinds of things that I don't think men would necessarily review a product to, from that perspective. but a woman would. And I've seen plenty of women who use products very similarly to how I use them. And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to buy that thing. I'm going to click your affiliate link because you're the one that suggested it, and I'm going to buy it. So I think just keep in mind your voice is very relevant. It matters. Everyone doesn't want to go look at the opinion of someone with 2 million subs.
Oh, no.
People want that authentic opinion, that day to day, I'm using it. It's my daily driver. It's this thing that I've actually invested my money in. No one sent it to me. It wasn't free. You know, they're not paying me to say this. People want your actual opinion on things. And as a woman, your voice matters even more because there's so few of us doing this.
That is absolutely right. That there is no other way to respond to that. There are very few women in tech that are actually doing it. That are actually techies. Now, I know you're a real techie at heart, and the gamer thing still shook me up. I couldn't believe it, but you are a true gamer. But the women in tech. Let me read his comment first. It says, "I'd say for anyone who's afraid, the tech community, fam, is extremely supportive and protective. And if anyone is being hateful, we will have their backs." I think that's a true statement to a certain degree because, as we all know, YouTube has these different cycles. These cycles, circles, clicks, they're all over the internet, especially YouTube. Some YouTube creators don't talk to these creators. Some creators don't talk to these creators. And right now we're actually separated, and we shouldn't be. We got a separation of women. We got a separation of men. We got people who, because they only have 45,000 subs, their videos aren't as good as the 45 million subs. That's just not true. Because again, wait until you see her new content that she produces. I mean, it shouldn't be a lot of pressure because she's really good. And she's done a lot of creative videos in the past, in front of the camera, behind the camera, whether it's Apple or not Apple. It's still very, very good. And the quality of work, I think, that's coming from people who don't have 1 million subs is better than some of those people. But since they have the footprint or the hookup to be out front, to me, they're not using their platform like they should. If I ever make it to 1 million subs, I'm gonna be just like this. I'm not gonna change because what's the point? But for a woman, how many women do you know that have more than 1 million subs? I'm sure there's some out there, but like with men, you can spit them off right away. You can drop them out real quick.
Maybe I just seen.
Maybe, yep. Maybe her.
And some women in makeup, but nobody in tech.
Yeah,
I think I just seen probably the only one in tech who. Yeah, she has 6.8 million. I can't think of any other women off the top of my head though.
Yeah,
maybe Sarah Dietschy.
Yeah.
No, even Sarah Dietschy only has 781.
Oh wow.
Right. So very, very few.
Very few. And I guess I don't know why that is, but again, new. I'm glad you're. First of all, I was going to say I'm happy that you're coming back again because I've always supported you guys. I've supported you like big time. When I first saw, I was like, man, you have that it factor. You are just great in front of the camera. Never would think you were that loner type person or introvert or just never would think that. I mean, but I think that when a person is talented, like that's kind of natural. You don't have to fake it, and you know what I'm saying. Like it just comes out. And if you were nervous right now, no one would ever know because everybody's used to see. Well, the people who used to watch you back in the day, I still can't believe it's been 2 years. I just cannot believe it's been that long. It just doesn't seem like it, but it truly is. For the people that watched you back in the day, we knew what we were going to get. We knew we were going to get a quality video. But this series is for new people, for advice that we all as a community can give the new people starting out. Mm-hmm. How any of the creators are in the chat, so you can answer this too. But Sharice, how do you tell a new creator not to work too hard on like the workflow and balance of editing? Because we all know you just turn the camera on and you shoot, yeah. But editing is where the real work starts. How does a new creator balance editing with shooting and regular life?
So I have a sticky note on my desk at home and at work that says done is better than perfect. And it's a reminder to me that has like literally saved me hours of time. There's always going to be something more that you can do. There's always going to be some other edit that you can do, some other graphic, some better color grading. Like there's always going to be something else. Right. But you have a regular life to do, you know, unless you are one of these people who's has hundreds of thousands of subs, you're
Right.
probably not living off of your YouTube channel. You have
Yeah.
to balance it.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to just get to a point where you like what you have. You understand, okay, fine, everything can be improved upon. Learn from that. If there's something else that you want to do, maybe do that in your next video, but especially in the tech world, the content that we do here is very time sensitive. You can't take 2 weeks making a video on an event that happened today.
That's
You
correct.
kind of got to go ahead and get it done to the best of your ability with the best of knowledge that you have right now.
That's correct.
So just do it. I mean, I've looked at, just like I'm sure all of you have looked at, I've looked at some videos that don't necessarily have the highest production value, but the content within them was so good that I watched a 30-minute video just to hear what that person had to say. You don't have to have the best graphics, the best lower thirds, the best anything, just get it done and get it out there. Your voice matters regardless of if it's the best produced version of it that it could have been.
You just spoke of me right there. Because I told someone, I said, and truth is, I just started doing thumbnails like in the past 2 weeks. I asked people, I said, what should I do for thumbnails? I want to try harder, because I do probably a higher volume of videos. And I don't do a lot of editing. I do sometimes, but I asked them, I said, well, I feel like I'm kind of I'm not doing as good as the next person sometimes, because I can take the feedback. I don't mind a person telling me, hey, Jay, you should work on that or something like that. So I don't do the best editing. I don't think I'm the best editor at all. And I don't really have the patience to do it either. But it sounds like you just described me right there, because I would rather just have some good content than to have a bunch of fancy B-rolls and all that stuff. I just don't do it as if I don't have to. Maybe a little bit of B-roll, but I think that's the group of reviewers I fall into. There are some people who are just really good at editing and they enjoy it. And I'm just not one of those. I don't want to work hard in post. I just don't. I want to make it as easy on myself. And I had someone recently send me a private message, and I get DMs all the time. I won't disclose who the person is because honestly, I wasn't offended, but I thought they just didn't know how to approach me. And I quote this person. This is what they told me. I quote, I mean, your thumbnails are okay. I mean, you could use some work on that. Even Canva can fix that. But, you seem to just not care about editing. You just throw videos out. And I was like, and it was a long paragraph. And then at the end of that, he said, but I'm just looking for some advice as a new creator. What do I need to do to get started? I was like, how in the world are you going to pretty much just insult me and tell me I'm not a good YouTuber or my content is bad? And then, but I took it. I took it because I thought to myself, this person doesn't watch me. Because remember, I told you I've been doing thumbnails for about a couple of weeks now. And it's fun. I like it. It's pretty fun to do thumbnails, like these custom thumbnails. But again, it was offensive to hear a person say, oh, you just kind of throw videos out there. But I would argue that I may throw videos out there, but I actually have some substance. I don't just create videos just to create them. I try to only bring things on that I'm actually going to use, and that another person could be useful. I've had people argue with me about reviewing a $40 phone or comparing my $400 Bower & Wilkins to my $50 earbuds from OnePlus. People say I shouldn't do that. I don't know why a person would get so upset about that, but I just think sometimes people don't know how to say what they want to say. And so new creators, I got some pretty thick skin, but I think if you tell a new creator that, they might buckle under pressure. They might buckle. They
Absolutely.
might get so upset. And, I at first I was just kind of like, how do I respond to this? And sometimes not saying anything is saying a lot. And which leads me to ask you, what do you tell those creators out there? And anybody in the chat, remember, guys, post your comments down below. Like, we've been doing this for 4 weeks now. So post your comments down below if you want to ask Sharice pretty much anything that has to do with her skills on YouTube, because I'm telling you, she's going to bring it. But how do you tell a person to deal? Because this was on part 3, but I want to get your take on it. You're going to answer completely different than the other person probably did. Shout out to Tech Lover Mama. She answered the way she answered. How do you prepare a new creator to deal with and build up that thick skin to all those insults? Because me, I was like, okay, well, I just won't respond to this guy. He needs my help. So he'll figure it out.
Right. Well, first of all, to that guy, regardless of what he thinks of your skills, you have like 120 something thousand subscribers with whatever poor editing skills he's saying that you
Yeah.
have. So clearly that's showing that content is key. You don't have to be the best editor. You don't have to
Yeah.
be the best maker of thumbnails, the best with
Yeah.
the clickbait titles. You don't have to do all
Yeah.
of that. Having consistency and consistently putting out
Yeah.
quality that
Yeah.
that's informing people, that's better than all of that. There's
Yeah.
always going to be trolls. You know, like I said
Yeah.
earlier, I'm a Black woman who's been playing video games for decades, you know. So I've heard it all. I've developed a thick skin because of life.
Yeah. I hear
So
that.
when it came to the content creation, of course, you know, like we just said about the editing, you shoot a video, you spend a little bit of time shooting it, and then you spend hours and hours editing it to put it out there. Of course you're proud of it, you know, like Erica
Yeah.
Badu, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my ish, you know. So you're gonna put your stuff out there. And of course, obviously, we all want that positive feedback, but you're
We do.
always going to have, whether it's a constructive comment and something that's actually going to help you grow and improve, or if it's just somebody being a hater and
Right.
leaving like just nasty comments, you
Yeah.
just kind of have to learn to shake it off.
Yeah.
You know, it's honestly the same thing that I would say to a young woman at any point in their life. People are always going to have negative opinions.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't have to receive it. You don't have to accept it. You
That's
don't have to
correct.
take it. You know, you can see it. You can look at your comments. You can learn and grow from the constructive things. Because
Right.
like I said, there's always room for improvement. None of us are perfect.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
We still gotta grow.
I'm one of the ones who likes the B rolls and the C rolls, and
Yeah.
I like to do all
You're
my
good
stuff.
at it
Like
though.
that's me.
You,
I like
you
to edit my thumbnail.
you're good at it though. Let's be clear here.
Thank you.
You're good at it though. Again, folks, I know a lot of you guys. If you remember her, again, she was doing YouTube years ago. She's not within the last 2 years. She took a break. So, but when she was at it, man, I mean, 7,000 or 8,000, 9,000 subs. I don't remember exactly, but with sub count aside, the quality of work, you would think that she had been doing YouTube for 10 years already, just based on or ranking her up there. Her Sharice, the person on the stream, ranking her there because that's a mindset people have is because I got 1 million subs, I'm a great editor. Most of the people I've met don't even edit their own videos. There's people that don't have 1 million subs that don't edit their own videos. They're paying someone to do their videos. That's just what it is. So I want to. You see this comment here from Keith. I think his name is Heath. Let me read this. It says, "I don't care who you are. If you want to watch a tech video, I'm there for tech. It's not for you. Who it doesn't matter. As long as you know what you're talking about, we are good." So he's referencing he wants content over a whole bunch of flashy
Content.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
what I get from that. He wants content over a bunch of flashy stuff. But sometimes having now listen, I'm not a hater. I actually like some of the B-rolls and stuff like that when they because sometimes I remember I don't care I don't have to be on camera if I prefer not to be on camera really when it comes to the tech products because I would think a person would just want to see the product. But unless I'm doing like a photo shoot, to demo the cameras, but technically, I mean, content. I would rather just give content. I don't have to get on camera unless it's a live stream or a vlog. Those are the only times, really. But differentiating content from, because I have this saying about the way I feel about YouTube. I've been saying it for a long time. People don't want the truth in tech; they want to be entertained. Meaning, they want to see all that tap dancing to the OEMs and saying it's great all the time when it's really not. It's and if you come on, I think a good example is back when I was trying to get people to look at HTC products about 5 years ago or so, and I think it was me and Eric and just a few other people were promoting a really solid product, and they pretty much said, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. That's a waste of space," like so and so said. And I was thinking, you obviously don't want real content. Those people might have used it one time and threw it out the window, but I'm using it here 3 years later, and I'm still giving you updates. You know what I mean? So. What do people really want? Do they want content or do they want to be entertained? There's a big difference.
There really is. And I think it honestly depends. Like you see all the people in the comments here almost unanimously. The resounding sound is no, we want the content.
Yeah.
People want honest opinions with integrity, like someone else said.
Yeah.
I'm not in the pocket of a tech company. No one's, I'm not afraid that I'm not going to get invited to their next conference if I give you my honest opinion about this thing, so I think that there is a balance though. Yeah. Like some people, like I said, me, I'm going to tell you what to think about something. I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to lie
Yeah.
and gas up some product just so they'll send me more free stuff. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that. And when we were making videos, a couple of years back, we got a lot of free stuff. I got a lot of free stuff. I had a lot of companies reach out. Like, I'm sure most people who have
Oh
just a
yeah.
few thousand subs, you start to get free stuff from people.
Oh
And
yeah.
I would straight tell them back, I'm like, I'm not going to make a video about this because you don't want my honest opinion on the internet. I'm like, I'm either going to give my honest opinion or I can send this back because this was awful.
That is
So that's, I
that
like that though.
that leads into another. And guys, remember, post your questions down below because I got the right person. She'll tell you straight up. She'll give you an honest answer. Because new creators, you're never going. And one thing you said earlier that I really like is that we should never stop growing. It doesn't matter how many subs we have. We've always got to be open for a great example is tonight. For one, you exhibited great patience, and I appreciate it because you haven't been in front of the camera for 2 years, and you blessed me with your presence and my subscribers, and we greatly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But your patience is off the charts. Now, example I was going to give is what happened tonight. The stream kept failing, and I was over here frustrated. And one person, besides you, reached out to me, and it was Tech Valor. She said, "Jay, do you want me to help you?" And I said, "Call me, please, because I'm getting super frustrated. I haven't streamed myself now. I just started back doing it 3 weeks ago, and I'm out of touch with it. I've never used this server right here. I just used to go. Remember, you can go directly to YouTube, with Hangouts or whatever. That's the last time I did a multi-stream thing. Is Hangouts, and that was years ago. And I appreciate Tech Valor for doing that. Much respect for her. Not to say that nobody else would have, but she was just quick. She was like, you know what, I'll help you. Because she kind of helped me kind of learn this system behind closed doors the first time too. So the first stream, if you weren't here for the first stream an hour ago or whenever that was happening, it just kept failing. I kept having server issues. So I appreciate Tech Valor being straight up G and reaching out saying, hey, what I'm saying, I will help you if you need me to. And she called me. And, by then we got it going, what I'm saying? It's just good to have that support, which is, again, what Tech Loving Mama said before. But, I don't think you'll ever get to a place. I would never want to get to a place as a creator to where I'm just straight up comfortable. And I just feel like I don't need nobody's help. I got all of this. Because that's when you're probably going to fall on your face really hard, like real hard, really hard. But I want to ask you a question because you just spoke of it a minute ago about getting free things, because you and I both know nothing is free. These companies they'll send you stuff, and I have definitely.
Oh, they will.
Oh yeah, I've gotten things before, and I was told them. What I'm saying? Me and Gigi ran into a situation like that. We were both reviewing the same product, and the company kind of wanted her to give it a 5-star. They kind of tried to nudge her, and she was like, "No." I remember her saying, "Jay, I told this lady, no, I'm not gonna just do give you a 5-star just because you sent me the product, and that's why I try to roll with integrity over here for sure. So shout out to my Project 13. I see you, man. I appreciate it. But getting free things, now I know that new creators, as a new creator, like you said, I started to get free things at about 1,000 or 2,000 subs, and it was like a USB cable, a plug, maybe a case. But that was back in 2010 or so, or 2009. And that was big time back then. Oh my God, they sent me a USB cable. I was excited. But what would be your advice for a new person flat out just saying, I want free products? How do I get them, Sharice? What do I need to do? How do you address a person? Because you have those people that say, I'm going to work hard and I'm going to earn my way to this spot. Then you got those people that just say, I'm going to be famous and I want free products. What do you tell them?
Well, I feel like if you're going to be famous and you're just in it for the free products, then you have to go into it understanding that you're not going to be sharing your own opinion about anything. You can't go at it honestly or with integrity. You're just going to be basically selling your soul to get free stuff. Because if all you want is just the free stuff, then you're going to be shucking and jiving just to get free products sent to you, just to get invites to things. Exactly. You're going to be out here tap dancing. Exactly. You're going to be out here tap dancing just to get your free cases, maybe a free phone here or there. And I mean, if that's what you want, then you got it. You're just
Yep.
here for entertainment, pure entertainment. You're not giving advice. You're not giving opinions. You're not giving facts. You're just here to
Yep.
entertain and to help them sell products. You're basically just an infomercial at that point. And I don't know. If that's what you want to do, then
Yeah.
that everybody has their path.
They do. I've been getting free products for quite some time. But do you think a person is compromised? Like a new creator will walk up to you and say, "Hey, I got they sent me these AirPods, and they want me to review these AirPods, and they told me I can keep it, but they told me that I probably shouldn't talk about that it has a weak charging port." Are you gonna? I guess that's when you have a cross. I remember telling Eric back in the day. I said, "Man, when you get to about 25,000, YouTube should contact you. Any creator who hits about 20, they used to do that back in the day. They would contact like the creators, and a counselor would call you, and they would ask you, "What are you going to do with your career?" And YouTube, I'm like, career, that happened to me and it happened to several people back then. But trying to differentiate again when you should say yes to a product and no to a product, because you can, and just to be clear, it's okay. You should get paid for your work. You shouldn't
Absolutely.
you shouldn't be working for free like your whole time on YouTube. You should be getting compensated, whether it's keeping the product or making $50 for that video, $75 for that video, whatever. But at what point did you as a creator start to get free products? Like, were you at a couple thousand like most people, or 2 or 3,000 about then?
Yeah, probably about like somewhere between like 1,500 and 2,000. We started getting just an influx of emails from various companies. I mean, we ended up getting like free, like Tile, like the company
Oh
Tile.
yeah.
They reached out to us. We got free tiles. We got a Sling TV membership, and it's like a lifetime subscription to
Mhm.
Sling TV just to make some videos about their
That's
stuff.
sweet.
A lot of case companies, screen protectors. I mean, all that stuff. So,
I remember
I
when
mean,
you guys had
yeah,
gotten, you guys got bombarded with cases, and I'm pretty sure it was hard to keep
yes,
up with all that. Because at one point, I remember y'all was just putting out case, 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 case. Not that it was
yeah.
bad;
We
it
got
was
it.
good. I was like, "Whoa, she got a
Yeah,
lot of case reviews."
they sent us a lot of cases for a
Mhm.
lot of phones, and at the time, I'm like, you know what? This is like a $50 case, and
Yep,
they would send us the whole box with like
yep.
30
I
of them,
remember.
and I'm
I,
like,
re-
yeah, I'm like, well,
I remember.
I'm not gonna say no to it. I'm still gonna
Yep.
give my honest opinion about them, So that's what we did. We didn't ever say, I never said that I liked anything I didn't like.
Yeah.
I never, I didn't put down anybody. I didn't, sweet talk anybody just to get something. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, whether it came to me free or if I paid for it.
Right.
If it sucks, it sucks. And I don't want anybody who's watching my content to be like, well, Sharice said that, I could drop this phone off of my balcony. And with this case, it's going to be fine. Like, I don't want anybody to ever be able to say that I gave something my stamp if it's not good. To
Right.
me, my word is important. And
That's
I'm
right.
going to be myself and I'm going to be authentic. So don't send me your stuff if you don't want my real opinion about it.
Okay, so there's 3 comments I'm going to post in order here, and this is the first one because I disagree with this. Shout out to my man Savage, but I don't think it's just that cut and dry. He says, "Let's be honest. Any lady can succeed in YouTube by consistent work, especially tech." I just don't think that's true.
I don't agree with that.
I don't think that's true either. But you're a woman, so
I am a woman, and I am stating as a woman, I disagree with that. I
now let me.
don't think it's just anybody, just because
Yeah,
I am a woman, that inherently being a woman gives me a leg up on anybody
yeah,
when it comes to being a content creator in the tech space specifically, that just by default, because I'm a woman, people are going to flock to me. I'm going to get
yeah,
subs. I'm going to get free stuff.
right,
I think you still have to have quality. I think you still have to have, I do agree with the consistency. I do agree with
yeah.
that. But I don't think simply being a woman who's consistent automatically means it's just going to
Yeah, I
explode
disagree
my
with that.
channel.
And Savage, much love for you. Love you like a play cousin, but I disagree. Now let me show you the comment in response to that. So this is what it says here from Barry, I believe. Savage, not if they're putting out garbage content. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. Now the next comment from Savage is kind of controversial and very borderline, like get in trouble. Let me show it to you. Where women tend to compete is makeup, clothes, modeling, weight loss, etc. I think that's a sexist comment, but I could be way off. You?
So I actually I have the opposite opinion of you, Savage. I think that women who are in those fields tend to do better on YouTube. I think that there's a little bit less of the cattiness there. I think that there's a little bit less of the hesitation to subscribe to someone. I think that they get way more positive comments and support than, let's say, a woman in tech. Because if you see me, and there's so few of us, you're going to inherently, there's biases. People are going to inherently think that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I'm just here because of whatever. They're going to think that maybe I'm doing it exactly like you said. Well, I'm a woman, so people are just going to come and watch me, and I don't need to know what I'm talking about, and I need to have good content. I don't. Yeah, I think that it's much harder to succeed as a woman, specifically in tech, than it is in pretty much anything else. Because if I see a woman who's made 2 videos with makeup that I like, or 2 videos where she's curling her hair the way I curl my hair,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to throw her a sub. Inherently, I'm going to agree with her. I'm going to be like, yep, I love this and I want more of your stuff. I don't get that same default of you just accepting that I know what I'm talking about in this realm.
Yeah, I mean, because there's no, Savage isn't wrong. Like, Savage, you know me. But I'm just calling, like I said, I'm just telling you. And this is, to me, what makes good conversations, because we all should not be agreeing. That just doesn't, it's not realistic if we all just say, oh, yeah. No. We need to have our own opinion and respect yours. I may not agree with you, but rest assured, I respect your opinion. I don't have to agree with you, but I definitely respect it. I definitely don't think so. Let me read Gigi's comment here. She said, men tend to put women in tech under a microscope. I don't want people to watch me based on what I look like. And unfortunately,
completely agree.
I said it in the last stream with Tech Loving Mama, and I'm a man. If men think a woman is, you do not meet people. This is my best example. You don't meet a woman and say, oh, girl, I bet your personality is off the charts. You don't do that. You say, girl, you're big. I'm just saying, men, this is what a man's mind. Men don't look at a woman across the room and be like, oh, she has got a beautiful personality. They're looking across the room saying, she's thick. Woo, yes. They just don't do that. So what she's saying is absolutely correct. And I'm a man. Men tend to put women in this bucket. And I'm only, okay, switch you out and put a woman up here that's snaggle-tooth, bald-headed on the side, and got a cross-eye. People would make fun of her just because, and she could be a gazillionaire and have 10 million subs, but people would still make fun of her and not respect her just based on the way she looks. Why is that?
That's fair. Honestly, but you're right.
I don't know why
I can't. I mean, you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, because
I agree with you.
It's unfortunate that it's like that, but the thing is, there's it's more of a perception. Like there's more men in tech. Well, it's not that there's more men in tech. It's just that people I guess they're gonna watch a guy because they think a guy knows what he's talking about. Like for you just joining in, she's a freaking gamer. Yes, Sharice's a gamer. She can kill me on the gaming. I don't even know the first thing about how to set up the controls.
Sure could.
You see how she said that? I sure could.
That's honestly sad.
I've seen her game, and I'm telling you, I just don't. I try not to, but some things play. Let me be clear here. Some things play a part in the way you talk and how you carry yourself. I'm actually a grown man. I'm not some young guy that's not. That I done been around the block, so I know how to treat a woman. I know what to say. I know how to make women feel, no matter what the situation is. So, but if you take an immature guy, a young guy full of testosterone, he might be quick to spit out something. And even if we're talking about tech, it doesn't matter what we're talking about. No matter how you spill it, your age plays a part in what you've been through to determine how you're going to open your mouth and speak on something. This is a fact. If you're an immature person, man or woman, you're going to respond the way you think you're supposed to respond. You ever seen somebody crack a stupid joke in front of a bunch of people? You're like, that ain't even funny. That's actually an insult. You just embarrass these people, and they're laughing still. Well, maturity levels. Something as simple as that. So, and again, this isn't directed towards any one person or anybody in this stream. I'm just saying in general,
in
I
general.
think we all know that if you're an immature person, you're going to respond a certain way. So that before you even open your mouth to address a woman in tech or a woman in this, you have to understand you got to consider the source, is what we used to say back in the day. Consider the source. If this person is saying this, just consider who they are. You got to know them. But if you don't know them, yeah, you could be offended by it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Post your comments down below. I want to see if you don't know who the Hawks TV is. She is another female in tech. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she is an avid. We all know who she is. She doesn't do YouTube, but she could if she wanted to, but she doesn't. But she is a tech head. And look at her comment. Working in the IT field, I have to prove myself all the time. Once a minute works, see, I know what I'm talking about. Then they are like, she does know what she's talking about. Why is it like that even on YouTube? Why, how is it, are we still like this?
It is. I mean, I worked in tech, I worked in tech for years and years. I'm in marketing now. I've kind of pivoted ever so slightly, but I was in tech for a long time. I actually got pretty decently high up in my career, and I encountered that. Again, just like you, Hawks, a woman and then an ethnic woman, a minority. We're double minorities. We kind of catch it from both ends. People inherently have this bias that that's not something we should know about or that we would know about. So we have to prove ourselves instead of just there being this assumption that, like you, Jaywell, like just I'm going to watch your video and I'm not going to have to think of, oh, well, why does he know what he's talking about? What are his credentials? What makes him someone reputable that I should listen to? But when it comes to me, or another woman, Hawks, for example, Gigi, we might have this inherent bias against us instantly when it comes to knowing anything in tech. And it's unfortunate, but it's true.
Yeah. So I want to pause for the cause. Actually, you can't hear it, but there's a major storm happening. And hopefully my server is so good. I'm kind of trying to check it out. So I might be stuttering a little bit, but right now severe weather just hit me. It just came out of nowhere. So yeah, it's loud. It's thundering. So my connection, like I said, you're just coming in. I did change it to get a better connection because Dallas is close. But I'm looking to see my connection is kind of weak for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I think it's probably just Ustream because I actually have a really fast connection. I have a smart home. Everything in my house is turn this on and I don't have to touch anything. So everything is connected, but hopefully the connection clears up. I'm looking at it. It's kind of, yours is good, Sharice. Your connection is flawless. But I just want to make that be known. If the connection stops this time, folks, I'm not going to restart the stream because we've been going long enough, but hopefully it doesn't stop and we can end on a positive note because this is fantastic right here. I'm so glad and happy that you graced us with your presence after 2 years, folks. If you're just coming in, she has not been online in 2 years, and I'm thankful and humbled that she was able to showcase on my channel. This is incredible, man. And if you don't know, she has a brand new channel. I will link that channel. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause and link that channel right now because there are 50-something people in here right now. I want you to open it in a new window, and you better go subscribe to this channel. I'm going to link it in here right now. I'm already subbed once I found out. Now, it's under construction. It's under construction.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's under construction, but she's gonna start bringing the content for you. So just know that, and her content will be great, folks. I guarantee you. So right now it's a blank slate, and I'm happy that she chose my channel to debut herself. Man, let me see if you guys can see that. I just posted it in the chat there. Yeah, there it is. I just posted it in the chat, so you guys should be able to see her channel. Click on that and sub. And she better have at least 50 subs by the time this stream is over. You know how I get down. Now we got to go ahead and support her.
They're coming through already. Thank you.
Everything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting notifications of people saying I'm breaking up, but it should have cleared up by now. There's a delay. Look at the server. The server looks good now. Yeah. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
And thank you.
It's kind of fading out. So let me see here. Yeah, it's fading again. I think to be safe, man, Sharice, will you come back again? Because I'm so pumped to have you on.
I will gladly come back again.
Yeah, we might have to have you on part 5 because a It's like pouring, thundering right now, and I really don't want to stop, but I don't want it to cut on a bad note. Like my server is going up and down over here. I'm looking at it, and man, if you can get away again, I'll bump whoever I had next week, and I'll bring it back, and you can break it. They don't know I was gonna bump.
I promise.
Okay.
I can definitely come back. This is great.
We just got it just started thundering and lightning right now, like really bad. So, man, guys, this was a rough. I swear, this woman has more patience than anything because we were supposed to start at 7:30. The service went down. Everything went bad. It's because we were going to get hit with this bad weather. But it is definitely storming. I'm sure that's thunder that I hear. It's
you're starting to break up pretty bad. It's okay.
Yeah. So, guys, I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm gonna cut here because I don't want to I want to end on a positive note. I want you guys to subscribe to her channel. She better have at least 50 subs when we get up out of here. I'm gonna go check too. You better go over there and subscribe because this woman here is kind of put down the foundation over 2 years ago on how you should represent yourself as a woman in tech. It was great. So go check her out. Once she starts getting that content up, you will be happy with what you see. So we'll cut here, man. I mean, again, I don't want to cut, but I don't like having server issues, and I want to bring you a clean stream. And she gotta go to work 2 in the morning too, probably. So I don't got no job. I ain't going. I'm going to the other room in there. I'm going to the other room over there and have me a late night coffee and relax. So I just posted the link. I'll post it again. So you got, and it's gonna be. The replay will be up of this, and you guys will be able to hit that link down. And now my server's clearing up like completely green now, but go figure. This has been a mess, right? It's been a horrible start, but it's not how you start; it's how you finish. So we're gonna finish strong. You know what I'm saying? So people saying I'm back now. Sorry, I'm about to. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna post that comment in there a bunch of times, so you guys can hit that and subscribe to her channel because. I definitely don't want the power to go out and end like that. So there's
oh no,
we definitely don't want that. So, man, Sharice, no pressure, but I would love for you to be on part 5 because this is probably just the best conversation. It's just crazy. I hate to end, but if you would come back for part 5,
I promise.
Thank you so much, and hopefully it's sunny out, and we get going on schedule, not on schedule, on schedule next time. On schedule next time. But guys, if you haven't seen the link, I'm gonna post it again before I get out of here, and it's gonna be down in the bottom of this video. So now remember, don't go over there saying, "Where's her videos at?" Listen, she's clean slate. This is Sharice Nicole, not the tech couple. That's where you know her from, but she's starting fresh. And she also you do photography too, right? You can hire her.
I do.
Yes,
you can.
Put your thing down in there so I can get that. So
can I? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so they can.
I think I spelled that right.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Click that. Make sure it works.
I got you. I want to post her. This is her website. You can actually hire her and get some photography done. Yeah, she doesn't just do YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So she actually does professional work. Yeah, she got skills, folks. So, folks, I will not hold you any longer. We've actually been going for almost an hour, and normally I do like an hour and a half. But I mean, I got to get a good at least 2 hours for her because this is good conversation. So next week, you already know who the special guest. I held you out on this one though. You guys were like, "Who is the guest? Who is the guest?" I said, "I'm not gonna spill the secrets on this one." It is Sharice of the Tech Couple. Man, I'm super pumped. So part 5 will continue right here next week. So join me on Monday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Her channel is up and going. She's going to start putting content out. Don't rush her either. Don't be rushing her. What the content at? Again, for those people that are just skipping around, she will have her content up and going. I'm going to post her link in there again. So it was fun. I will let her close out and tell you her social if she wants to share that. If not, I've got her YouTube channel and her website down there. Yeah. So Sharice, I'll let you close out.
I'm literally Sharice Nicole on every social network: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm one of those old heads. I was an early adopter of all of the networks, so I got my name on everything.
That's what I'm talking about. So, guys, man, this was so much fun. I mean, I don't even know where to begin because it was fun. I knew this would be good because I wanted to get someone with lots of experience that because when you're talking about new content creators, there's always going to be a different perspective, and definitely I know you got a different perspective on this stream right here, in a good way. You got a whole nother direction to come from a strong person on YouTube who's starting fresh. You had like 7,000-8,000 subs. Now she has a clean slate. So we're gonna sub to her. I'm already subbed. We're gonna get her channel. We're gonna support her like we do in the community, man. So I know she's gonna bring it. Yeah. She LaShawn is crazy. He told me I thought you meant social security number. This fool, that's my man. When I said social, he said I thought you meant social security number. Oh my God, LaShawn is off the chart.
No, y'all ain't messing up my credit. No.
Right? Crazy. LaShawn, that's my man, 100 grand, man. So, folks, Sharice is back. I know she's gonna bring the thunder. Literally, I'm about to get out of this. I'm about to shut this
not like that.
Right? Not like that. But I appreciate y'all. Part 5 is going to be off the charts. We're not going to have all these technical difficulties because we're going to get it right before we even get going. It's your man, Jay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no doubt.